So now we've got a program, it works. We want to make our code a little bit better. We want to refine and improve what we've done. So what you do now is up to you. So I'm going to give you a hint for how you might add different levels. And it's just going to be that, a hint. So if we go to our code, we know that we have a set of scores. So as our Pacman gets that goal, the score is going to go up. So under the stage, I'm going to do a bit of coding, and I'm going to use the same start as I've used for everything else, and I'm going to use that conditional statement. So I'm going to move on to the next stage. Every single time my score gets bigger than 3. So I've got my variables. I know I'm going to need an if statement. And of course, I have a logical error here. Anyone spot it? So if, and every time we have an if, what do we need? Yeah, we must have that forever loop. If we don't have that forever loop, that if statement is only ever checked once. So I'm going to be comparing things. I want to check if my score is bigger than 3. There we go. So we know that it opens up, the crocodile eats the bigger side. So I want to put my score there. So if my score is bigger than 3, now I want to get to some way so that way my looks have changed for my stage. So if I go to my looks, I can see there's a switch background, but there's also next background. So I got to go to my next background. And of course, I don't want this because it's running forever. As soon as we move to next background, we have to reset the score to 0. Now to get to my next background, I go to my background tabs and I can just copy it. And of course, you can change that as needed. So just to kind of demonstrate how that works, I'm not really going to fundamentally change anything. I'm just going to make the black bit pink, just so you can see it. Now, bearing in mind, it might not just be score that you want to reset. You might want to reset the starting locations of your goal and your Pacman. I'm going to leave that up to you to figure it out. If I were to play this game, you'll see when I get to 3, so in other words, when our score is bigger than 3, so there's my score equals 1, gotta move carefully, score equals 2, and score equals 3, so remember it's gotta be bigger than 3. Oh no, I lost, I might have to shrink that sprite down. So you gotta test it, because it's only gonna move on if that sprite has a score bigger than 3.